Hey everyone, Mr. Justin here at the Hernando County Public Library System, and thank you so much for joining us for our next week of Story Times. It is week 4 of Tales and Tales, our summer reading program, and that means it is time for forest animals. So animals you might find in the forest. Can you all tell me what kind of animals you might find in the forest? Before we mention some, let's see. Oh, definitely. Very cool. Yeah. You can have bears and skunks and owls and squirrels and chipmunks and foxes and raccoons and a lot of different animals. And we're going to be reading deer. We're going to be reading a lot about those animals in today's stories. So it's all about forest animals. And so let's go ahead and get started with our first book about the forest and forest animals. And this is called Finders Keepers. This is written and illustrated by Kaiko Kaza. And this is published by Penguin Random House Publishing. And I see a little acorn right there. One day, a squirrel found a big acorn. Yay! Finders keepers, he cried. I'm going to save this for later, thought the squirrel. So he dug a hole and he buried it. Then he left his hat to mark the spot. You stay put, hat, said the squirrel. I'll be back tomorrow. But once the squirrel had gone, the wind had begun to blow, and it lifted the hat higher and higher and higher until it landed in a tree next to the little bird. Wow, what a terrific nest, cried the bird. Finders keepers. She snuggled into her new nest, but soon it began to wobble. It wobbled and wobbled until, whoosh, oh no, it fell off the branch. It fell into a nearby stream. The hat quickly floated along until an ant spotted it. Oh, yippee! What a nice boat, cried the ant. Finders keepers. The ant hopped on board and sailed on and on and on until splash! A big wave nearly turned the boat upside down. Oh no, what was that? Cried the ant. It was a bear. Hey, look at this! What a perfect clown nose, cried the bear. Finders keepers. Wearing his handsome red nose, the bear juggled and juggled and juggled until, his nose started to tickle. Choo! And the bear's nose went flying. It flew and flew until it landed near a flower patch. The next day, the squirrel returned. There you are, he said to his hat, exactly where I left you. He dug up his acorn and happily munched away. Yummy! And that was the end of the story until someone else came along. And the snake and the little worm, and they both see the top of the acorn. What a cool hat, cried the snake. Finders keepers. And that is the end. There we go. Let's go ahead and do our first rhyme. And so this is called There's Something in the Woods. So I need everybody to show me your binoculars, like that. We're going to take our hands, put them into little circles, and put them up to our eyes. And we have our binoculars. Here we go. There's something in the woods I can't really see. There's something in the woods. Now what can it be? It's an animal who's big and brown and furry and who roars. Who could it be? We see a bear. There's the bear. So let's get our binoculars again. Are you ready? There's something in the woods that I can't really see. There's something in the woods. Now what can it be? Wait, there it is. It's an animal who has long ears and goes hop, 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 hop. Who could it be? It's a rabbit! We got some bunny rabbits. Very good. All right, here comes our next one. Get your binoculars. There's something in the woods that I really can't see. There's something in the woods. Now what can it be? Look, it's an animal who says, hoo, hoo, at night. Who could it be? It is the owl. Hoo. Oh, hey, get your binoculars ready. There's something in the woods that I can't really see. There's something in the woods. Now what can it be? Wait, it's red furry and has a big bushy tail. It must be a fox. There's the fox. There we go. Oh, hey, we've got two more. Get your binoculars going. There's something in the woods that I can't really see. There's something in the woods. Now, what can it be? Look at that. Wait, it's an animal who's small, has a big bushy tail, and likes to eat acorns. We just saw one. It is a squirrel. Very good. Okay, one last animal. Show me your binoculars. Last time. There's something in the woods that I cannot see. There's something in the woods. Now what can it be? Wait, there it is. It's an animal who's tiny and makes very quiet squeak, squeak, squeaks. We found a mouse. And there we go. Good job finding something in the woods. Let's get to our next story called Bear Came Along. This is written by Richard T. Morris. It is illustrated by Lee Yuen Pham, and it is published by Little, Brown and Company. Once there was a river that flowed night and day, but it didn't know it was a river until Bear came along. Bear was just being curious when he realized what the river could do. Splash! But he didn't know he was on an adventure until Froggy hopped on. Ribbit, ribbit. Froggy was a lonely frog who was looking for a friend, but she didn't know how many she had until the turtles showed up. The turtles tried to warn them about the things that could go wrong, but they didn't know how to enjoy the ride until Beaver climbed aboard. Beaver was born captain. He knew exactly where to go, but he didn't know about the detours until the raccoons dropped in. The raccoons were so excited about the twists and turns ahead, but they didn't know they had to be careful until quack, quack. They crashed into Duck. Duck was so content being right where she was, but she didn't know that there was a world to see until... Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, it's a waterfall! And, oh no, there it is, there it is! Oh my, and there we go! Bear held on to Froggy, Froggy held on to Turtles, Turtles held on to Beaver, Beaver held on to Raccoons, and Raccoons held on to Duck. Splash! Oh, what a ride! So many different animals living their separate lives, but they didn't know they were in it together until the river came along. And there we go. They met so many new friends that day in the river in the middle of the forest. And that is the end. There we go. Let's go ahead and do our other rhyme. And here we go. In the woods, there's a lot to see. A small gray squirrel lives in an old oak tree. And the spotted deer comes out to play. Where furry fox likes to stay. And the soft little rabbits lounge and laze, while the sleepy owl flies into the haze, and the masked raccoon loves to eat. And those tiny chipmunks, let's look at them. The tiny chipmunks, They are oh so sweet. And black and white skunks walk in a line, and the beavers are working together so fine. But uh-oh, a black bear walks out of his cave, and all the animals now were not so brave, so they hid. And they hid from the big bear. And that is the end. There we go. We got one last story today before our Animal of the Week and our craft. And this is called Sweet Shapes. It is a forest of tasty shapes. So we're going to see some yummy shapes and snacks in this book, all looking like forest animals. This is written and illustrated by Juana Medina, and it is published by Penguin Random House. So let's see who we explore today. Here we go. We have a circle, and it is a macaron owl. Woo! We have a circle, a macaron owl. We have a square, and that is a Carmelita deer. That looks yummy. And there's our deer. And we have a shape which is a cross, and it's a crispy rice wolf. Crispy rice wolf. Looks almost like a Rice Krispie treat. There we go. That is the wolf. We have these little lines, and they're chocolate dipped pretzel mice. And those little pretzels are the whiskers on the mice. Squeak, squeak. That was our line. Now we have a triangle that has 3 sides. And we have a lemon tart goldfinches. Oh, lemon tarts look so good. And they are in shape of the triangle. Got the goldfinches. We have a heart. And we have strawberry foxes. So the faces of the foxes are chocolate dipped strawberries that have little heart designs on it. Look at that. And we have a parallelogram, and these are baklava squirrels. So these little squirrels are made of baklava in the shape of a parallelogram, which has 4 sides. And these little ovals are jelly bean butterflies. Each one's a little tiny oval. And this rectangle is a brownie bear. Look at that big bear. It's a rectangle brownie. And the crescent is a cupcake raccoon. Looks like somebody took a bite out of that cupcake to make it into a crescent shape. Oh, look at our arrows. We have pecan pie chipmunks, and they are in the shape of arrows. And then we have stars, and look at that, pineapple yellow warblers. These birds are in the shape of stars, and they're made out of pineapple. I love pineapple. We have a feast of sweets in the forest. And there's our forest with all of our animals and all of the sweet treats, from brownies to pineapple to cupcakes to baklava to jelly beans. All that is making me hungry. And that is the end. There we go. So let's go ahead and talk about our animal of the week. And it's an animal we've mentioned a few times during our story time this week. Our animal of the week is going to be the fox. It is the fox. You can come to the branch and pick up our worksheet about the fox. You get some jokes, word scrambles, a maze, and some fox facts. And foxes are actually small animals. In their size, they're kind of similar to dogs, but they're usually skinnier and have longer legs. And their fur is usually reddish or grayish. Foxes can actually live in many different parts of the world in lots of different habitats, including forests and deserts. And they are most common in North America, Europe, and Asia. And foxes live in groups called packs. They live in large burrows, which are usually found underground. And fox burrows can usually be pretty intricate, pretty expansive, and most of the time underground. Foxes are great hunters, and they can run as quickly as 45 miles per hour. That's as fast as cars go, right, during some of our roads? That's pretty fast. I don't think I could outrun a fox. And they have great vision and great hearing. So again, we have our fox worksheet that you can pick up at the branch, along with the craft we're about to go over. But our animal of the week is the fox. Now for our craft this week, it's going to be a forest animal keyring. So here we have a bear, right there. And there's a couple different shapes, but when you come to your local library branch to pick up the craft, you'll get one of the animals. And so this one is a bear. And also in the craft kit, you'll get a box of 6 crayons. And then you can open up the crayons and you can color your forest animal, whatever color you want. So maybe I'll make a red bear or a yellow bear, but we have our cool little key rings or little keychains and crayons, and you can color them however you want. So make sure you come get that at your local library starting this morning, and they'll be available until supplies last. So you can go ahead and pick up that craft, pick up the worksheet, pick up your reading log. Remember, if you read throughout the summer, you can earn our little plushy animals. You can adopt and take those home. They're really cute. And also reading with the Rays. You can go to the Rays website, read 24 hours, get 2 free tickets to a Rays game, which is a really cool deal too. So I hope everybody enjoyed our forest animals this week. We read about bears, we saw skunks and foxes and raccoons and deer and chipmunks and owls and lots of cool different animals you can find in the forest. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back next week with another story time, and we'll see you then. Bye.